Assalamu alaikum. So we were studying the fourth chapter, that is maps, and today we will study some terms in your chapter, that is compass, sketch, atlas and floor plan. Okay, so what are the terms? Compass, sketch, atlas and floor plan. In the previous class I have taught you about different categories of maps and the components of map, about the direction and subdirection, and also have told you subdirection is otherwise known as intermediate directions. So what is a compass? An instrument used to find out directions. Its magnetic needle always points towards north-south direction. So compass is an instrument. See, I have told you we have 4 main directions and 4 sub-directions. So we need to know, if you are standing in a particular place, we want to know the direction, right? Which direction is what? We want to know it, what is the left of us, what is right of us. So we want to find the direction. If you are standing or if you are traveling, then we need a compass. So compass helps us to find out the direction, and the compass will be having a magnetic needle inside, and the magnetic needle will always show north and south direction. So the magnetic needle always point towards the north south direction in a compass. So compass is an instrument used to find out directions. Its magnetic needle always point towards north-south direction. Next one is sketch. So sketch means mainly it is a rough drawing. See, we also used to make sketches on our paper, right? See, we liked something, we have seen something, and we will keep it in our memory, and later on we will draw it. Even if it is a cartoon character, we will keep it in our memory, and later we will try to draw it, a boy, a girl. So those are called as sketches. Sketches means like we don't have a definite measurement. Okay, so sketches are drawing mainly based on the memory and spot. What we are seeing, നമ്മൾ ക്യാപ്ചർ ചെയ്തത് എന്താണ്, നമ്മുടെ മെമ്മറിയിൽ നമ്മൾ ക്യാപ്ചർ ചെയ്ത് എന്താണോ അത് ഉദ്ദേശിച്ച് വരയ്ക്കുന്നതിനാണ് സ്കെച്ച് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ആൻഡ് വൈൽ ഡ്രോയിങ് എ സ്കെച്ച് വിൽ നോട്ട് ബി തിങ്കിങ് അബൌട്ട് ദി സ്കെയിലൊന്നും നോക്കിയിട്ടൊന്നും ആയിരിക്കത്തില്ല നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, സ്കെച്ച് എടുക്കുന്നത്. സോ mainly it is a rough drawing, and if you are drawing a rough drawing of a map, then it is known as a sketch map. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു മാപ്പിന് കമ്പോണൻസ് ഏതൊക്കെയായിരുന്നു, ഡിസ്റ്റൻസ് ഒരു കമ്പോണൻ്റ് ആണെന്ന് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞായിരുന്നു ലാസ്റ്റ് ക്ലാസ്സിൽ. അപ്പോൾ ഇഫ് യു ആർ നോട്ട് ടേക്കിംഗ് ഇൻ ടു കൺസിഡറേഷൻ ദ സ്കെയിൽ ആൻഡ് വി ആർ ജസ്റ്റ് പ്രൊവൈഡിങ് എ sketch diagram of a map, then it is called a sketch map. So sketch is drawing mainly based on the memory and spot, observation, not by scale. It's a rough drawing, and the rough drawing, if it is a map's rough drawing, it is known as the sketch map. Next is atlas. If you are putting together a group of map into a book, it is known as atlas, or group of maps are known as atlas. And the next one, floor plan. A diagram usually to scale the relationship between rooms, spaces and other physical features. See, we want to know the distance between two particular rooms. രണ്ട് റൂമിന് ബിറ്റ്വീൻ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഡിസ്റ്റൻസ് നമുക്ക് അറിയണം. അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും, അവിടെ ഒരു ഫ്ലോർ പ്ലാൻ തയ്യാറാക്കും. ഓക്കെ, സോ ഫ്ലോർ പ്ലാൻ ഈസ് ഓൾവേസ് യൂസ്ഡ് ഓർ ഓൾവേസ് ഡ്രോൺ ടു അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ് അബൌട്ട് ദി റിലേഷൻഷിപ്പ് ഓർ ദി സ്കെയിൽ of relationship, which means the distance between rooms, space or any physical features. So the first one was compass. It is an instrument used to find out directions. Its magnetic needle always point towards north to south direction. Next one is sketch, drawing mainly based on the memory and spot observation, not by scale. It's a rough drawing, and if it is a rough drawing about the map, then it is known as a sketch map. And atlas is a group of maps. Floor plan, a diagram usually to scale the relationship between rooms, spaces and other physical features. Next one is small scale map and large scale map. When a large areas like continents or countries are to be shown on a paper, we use a small scale. For example, if 5 centimeter on map shows 500 kilometer on the ground, it is called a small scale map. See, we want to show a larger place, which means a country or a continent. So the actual measurement, we can't show it on a piece of paper. Then what we will do? We will reduce the measurement into a small scale. Such type of maps are known as small scale map. For example, actual distance will be 500 kilometer. In map, we will only show 5 centimeter. Okay, so we want to show a country or continent, but it is a large thing, so we can't show it. We will reduce the measurement in a small scale, and the 500 kilometer will become like 5 centimeter, for example. Such type of maps are known as small scale map. And large scale map is, we want to draw about some smaller areas like towns or villages. Okay, so how the scale will be taken? We use a large scale. So maps using drawn using a large scale measurement. Large scale measurement is termed as large scale map. Here what will happen? For example, 5 centimeter on the map shows 500 meters on the ground. 5 centimeter is 500 meter. So this is the difference between a small scale map and a large scale map. So what a small scale map means, we want to show a very big area, but we cannot show it in a piece of paper. Then we will reduce its scale, and that is a small scale map. And if it is a if the area we want to show in a map is a smaller area, then what we will do, we will increase the scale, and that type of maps are known as large scale map. Okay. So in today's class, we have learned about the difference between small scale map and large scale map, and also we have discussed about some terms like compass, atlas, etc. Okay. So in the next class, we will finish the chapter with our last topic, that is conventional symbols and magnetic compass. So that's it for today. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.